The Bowers were the typical family,
Show them the picture, Brooks.
raising 2 little boys, and recently adding a third.
Yeah, just regular suburban life, you know, like hang out with the kids, go to the pool, play outside, go to the playground. And this little piggy ate all of his dinner and went to sleep and brushed his teeth, just like you.
But that changed February 17th, 2024, when Brie asked her mom to take her to the hospital.
That day, my mom drove me just because I wasn't feeling very good. And I figured since I'm pregnant, probably should go check to see if I have the flu or whatnot.
Doctors would discover something way more sinister making her sick, a raging infection, streptococcal toxic shock syndrome brought on by strep A, and later a blood clotting condition called DIC, which causes abnormal blood clotting and organ damage. But first, doctors needed to deliver baby Beau at just 27 weeks.
They were like, we just need to do an emergency C-section right now. We got to get him out. So the last thing I remember is going to the OR and having that mask placed over my nose and face, and then, you know, taking deep breaths and thinking, gosh, when am I going to fall asleep? And then suddenly fall asleep. But that's the last thing I remember until 10 days later.
10 days later, when Brie awoke to the news that Beau was doing well in the NICU. Brie's prognosis, however, was dire. Doctors said she was failing fast, and at one point, they gave her just a 10% chance of survival. Eventually, she was transferred to the University of Kansas Health System.
And they found that she had necrotizing fasciitis in her stomach from the previous surgery, and didn't know if she would live through that or how bad that infection was. Got through that, and then weeks later, amputation started.
First, it was a partial amputation, then on multiple limbs, then a final blow.
They had told us that she was most likely going to have all 4 limbs amputated.
Now, this mom of 3 was facing a new reality as a quadruple amputee. But for those who know Brie,
What other choice is there? You know, that's kind of my mindset is, okay, let's do what we need to do and figure out what we can do to improve my, you know, independence, improve things at home, you know, make things kind of go back to the way they were, but knowing that it's not all going to be the same.
Brie got to work in rehab,
There you go.
facing this unimaginable challenge head on. She even took to social media to share her story.
What's your first meal going to be back home?
Fried chicken.
And inspire people around the world. And she did.
There's a lot of, you know, you're my hero, you're a warrior, and I don't feel that way at all. Hopefully in the future when I gain mobility and be more independent, I can look back at this and say, yeah, maybe I was a warrior, but right now I don't feel like that because it's been really hard. And again, without the support I wouldn't get through this at all.
Support also came the old-fashioned way from neighbors and friends.
Welcome home, Brie! Yay, Brie!
And at just the right time. Back home, where the true work begins.
Figuring out a system here where we don't need extra support. Like, how can we do this just us two? And we'll get there. I'm just looking forward to things that could be possible in the future.
A future that began 12 years ago.
He's the rock now. He's our rock. I don't think we've loved each other any more than we have.
1, 2, 3.
A future with one goal in mind.
And I do recall him kind of telling me, I just want my boys to have their mom. And I do too.
The toughest part, for now,
Not being able to attend to the baby when I hear him crying. I know I have support helping him out, but that should be me. When I have like my down days, which I do a lot, like I start reading the doctor's notes from surgery, and then I'm like, oh my God, like I could have died easily. And so you start appreciating things a little bit more. but also work on yourself, to get better.